What's up, everybody, and welcome to issue number 10 of Geek Pop Podcast. With me, as always, is Josh.
What's going on, everybody? We've hit our dime-anniversary.
I mean, someone just call it like a decade, or
Have we been doing this for 10 years, Toby? Have we?
A decade of... We've been doing it for like 3.
3 years?
For way too many weeks, it feels like.
It does.
It's a lot of time with you.
I'm tired of talking to you.
Good.
I'm glad
Josh,
we just started.
guess what? Fuck you, guess what?
What, Toby?
Well, first of all, I feel like most of the podcasts we've started involve me yelling at you in the first minute, and we beat that record again today.
That is every conversation we have in real life, too.
That's because you usually act stupid, though.
Think about it, though.
You usually have it coming.
Because I come hard at you right at the beginning. That's the only way to start a conversation with you, is just go at you.
Well, anyway, Josh, we have big news.
Big news, Toby.
This podcast, this issue of the podcast, is sponsored by a video game.
What?
I know. So, there's a developer out there called Castle Pixel who recently made a game called Rex Rocket, and it's basically like a 2D Mega Man, Mario, Castlevania-esque type game mashup thing.
It's a Metroidvania, if you will.
A Metroid Mario-vania, if you will. But the developers gave me a review code that you and I did a video for.
Yes, it's a great looking game. It's very, very cool.
But so that video is going to come out tomorrow, and if you watch the video, there's like a special surprise in there if you watch the video.
Ooh.
Josh, you know what that surprise is?
I do. I was there for the surprise. So listen,
okay.
it's good stuff. People should go check it out. It might work out to their benefit. That's all I'm going to say.
It might. This is coming out Thursday, so the video will be up Friday. So you have a whole day to prepare yourself for what's about to unfold before your very eyes.
For the potentially lucrative surprise.
Yeah. It's going to lucrative all over your face. Really.
I wish that I could give them some kind of code for what they're going to find out is going to happen in the video.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like it makes sense as a thing to do.
I know, right?
But we're not going to do that.
No, we're
not going to do that.
No.
But again, shout out to Castle Pixel for the review code and for the video content that's going to be coming out tomorrow. And Josh, speaking of awkward transitions into things.
Yeah, well, okay, just awkward in general. That's pretty much me in my life. And that's something that I think is well documented in everything that you and I have done.
both in text and audio form. I feel like I have documentation along the lines of what goes on.
People know. That's all I'm saying. People know about me and the things that I do. So I went to get groceries this afternoon.
I feel like a lot of our best stories pop off with grocery stores.
Yeah, because it puts me out there, Toby.
It puts me with the people. It puts me in that place where, things just happen and you just roll with it.
It forces a lot of interaction with people, right? So it forces, interaction with the guy at the lunch meat counter. It forces interaction with the guy checking you out. And this week, it forced an interaction with a lady in her car driving by.
I can only imagine what's about to unfold here.
All right, so I got a cart full of groceries heading out of the grocery store. It's a really poor layout for a grocery store. So there's this walkway that goes across the road, and there's a stop sign. So I, as the shopper, there's a car coming. I slowed down, maybe let her go by. She stopped to let me across. Very nice of her. So I start to go across. The wind is blowing at the same time. So right when I get in front of her car, the wind blows my receipt with my, coupons and everything on it.
The coops! You can't lose the coops.
No. And also, I don't want to litter. This is a long receipt because all those stupid coupons and stuff. So it's a big old hunk of paper. It flies out of my cart, out of the bag, right under her car. So, of course, something flies away. I didn't know what it was at first, and I realized it was the receipt. So your first reaction is stop, right where you're at, and pick it up. So I mean, my first, if the wind took my receipt from the grocery store, you would just move on,
and it blew under somebody's car, my first move would be yep, moving on.
All right, so that should have been. Let me be clear. That should have been my move. At some point, I realized I was too committed to this, and just had to follow it through. Anyway, so I flew under her car. I stopped in the middle of the road, right in front of her, which was weird in general. Then I realized it was under the car. So again, should have let it go. Didn't let it go. I spun around the side of her car in the other lane of traffic, right up by her door. I don't know why I did this. Right upside her door.
This all sounds really creepy, but keep going.
Because I was thinking okay, I'll let her go by and then I'll pick up the receipt. So I get out of her way, but I'm beside her and she doesn't move. So then she looks at me all weird. So I kind of motion her by me and she still looks at me funny. So then, like, I think she saw, like, the receipt go under the car. So I give her the hand motion, Toby, that I think, in my mind, tells someone that the thing that I just lost went under your car. Okay?
What? But, I mean, you have to describe the hand motion.
That is what I'm doing right now. So, for me, in my mind, the thing that I did, the hand motion is, I'm holding my finger out, my index finger, okay? My pointer, if you will. It is pointed down at first, and as I raise my arm up, I'm turning my hand over, turning my palm over. So it's like I'm going from pointing down to pointing up, and at the same time, my arm is lifting up. Now, in my innocent mind, that meant something's under your car. When you're seeing a grown man do that outside your window, that's probably a pretty threatening gesture.
Was she by herself?
She was alone.
Josh, I feel like if you told me this story from you being inside the car, whether it was male or female,
it's terrifying, right?
You would have been scared or pissed, and would have came on the show tonight and been like, some fucking asshole was gesticulating wildly at me. I was in the parking lot. I was trying to be a nice guy and let him go past, but they were gesturing and like pointing at me and screaming, and I know what the hell was going on.
Well, it's funny that you bring up screaming, Toby, because it only gets worse from here.
It's almost like I can predict your stories ahead of time.
It really is.
It's almost like I've been seeped in the Josh culture for such a long time now that I just know where these things are going to end up at.
All right, so I do the what probably looks like an up yours motion at her, where I'm really trying to say it's under your car. And then I realize, like, I'm talking out loud, but her window's down, so she can't understand anything I'm saying. So then clearly the next best solution is just talking louder. So now I'm outside her window, gesturing rudely, yelling, "It's under the car!"
No, but I don't even know what to say to you right now.
Me neither.
I can't picture a time in my life where, unless a fucking $100 bill flew underneath someone's car or a winning lottery ticket, where I would go through all this hassle of trying to get a piece of paper that said, "You spent too much on groceries today," from underneath someone's car.
Again, do you remember the part where I told you that at some point I was just too committed? I had to follow it through. This is that point that I realized I should have stopped, but I was already in with her. I already had to follow it through because I'd already ruined her day with, like, you know, my insistence on getting the receipt. So she looks at me real weird. She clearly doesn't understand anything that's happening, and she, like, sort of, like waves like a thank you because I waved her through, and she gets out of there, which is good. She probably should have.
She should have, like, hours ago at this point.
Yeah.
She should have just hit you with her car and solved all this whole issue.
She did stick around way too long. She was way too involved in all this nonsense. So, of course, then when she drives away, her motion of her car leaving blows the receipt, and it's still windy outside. So I still end up chasing the receipt the length of the grocery store, basically, to get it and reach it. I end up stomping on it in the middle of the road, picking it up. It was quite the ordeal.
I wish this would be on video somewhere, because if this was on YouTube, this would be like 1 million views, because someone put the fucking, like, Benny Hill soundtrack behind this, and they'll just laugh hysterically at this kid running down the parking lot trying to step on things.
It's the next Star Wars kid. If only it had been on film, it would have blown up. It would have gone viral. So I was pretty embarrassed. And again, sat in my Jeep once it was over and thought about the mistakes that I had just made. Ran them over in my head. I knew what they were, but they still got made. I
still gotta get you, like, a light filter. I don't know how you arrange one of those.
Yeah.
Or I think realistically, I need you to start calling me more.
Okay.
Like, when you're at the grocery store and the thing blows underneath the car,
just be on the phone with you.
Yeah, you just hop on the phone real quick. Put me on, like, speed dial too. Just, you know, your parents can be more important. And you just give me a call and say, "Toby, I need advice here.
I need to know how to handle this."
I'll try to filter myself accordingly. And then when you say, "My receipt went under someone's car, I'm standing in front of her in the parking lot, she's alone, what should I do?" I'm just gonna say, "Josh, you let this one go, bud."
Josh, you're gonna get pepper sprayed. You should probably leave this alone. You know, yeah, in hindsight, I know that to be the case, that I should have stopped making that an issue. But, you know, in the heat of the moment, Toby, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made in the heat of the moment.
Or even visually, like, if someone was just walking, like, let's say there's some, like, aggressive guy who saw you gesturing wildly at this lady's car. He might have stepped over and, like, pushed you or got in your face.
He might have,
And you would have been like, "Oh, no, my receipt's under her car." And no one's going to buy that.
It's the flimsiest of excuses.
That shit could be, like, blue light special, and no one's buying that. Josh, to get into the news real quick this week, because I don't really have that many stories. How do you feel about Uber, Josh? Or Lyft?
All right. So I'm intrigued by the Ubers. I think it just came to my city like fairly recently. So I want to at some point try it because I want to use it the next time that I go to the airport. Okay. But I believe that I know what you're going to talk about today, Toby.
Okay. Well, Josh,
Uber are pieces of crap.
Oh no, we're not doing that story. I don't care about that. That's not as interesting to me.
Okay.
Uber is whatever.
We could say probably is.
They're pretty shisty. But the more important part, Josh, is that apparently in places that Uber's part of the culture, people are now getting into random cars assuming that they're Uber drivers.
Oh dear Lord.
And like just getting super confused about why these things are going down.
So like they order an Uber and then a black car shows up and they just pile into the back just thinking it's their car.
Yeah, and there's a couple tweets in this news story. The first one says, "Tonight marks the second time a random person has tried to get in my car because they thought I was an Uber driver the second time." Another one is, "Are you Lyft? Oh my god, you're not." Quotes, "The woman who got in my car while I was trying to park."
Lyft is even dumber because, like, did the car have a giant mustache on the front? Yes or no? Like, that's
Lyft's thing is a giant fucking pink mustache, I believe, on the front of the car.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, in all the places that Uber is a thing, if like someone's a GPS in the front of the car and drive like an SUV or a Prius or one of those types of cars,
yeah,
they just hop in cars now.
It's like the thing where people drive Crown Victorias and everyone thinks they're a cop. It's like
I always assume that. Well, there's still unmarked cop cars that are Crown Vics, so I usually try to avoid those like the plague.
Me too, yeah. But you can't see a Crown Vic without instantly thinking, oh, it's the fuzz, I should slow down. So it's like that, because I imagine everyone who drives a Crown Victoria, they probably like are surrounded by people who are always driving 55, right? It's just, I can't get anywhere on time. Everyone's driving exactly the speed limit. It's really crazy.
Everyone fucking slows down and behind them. I just gotta get to work.
Just brake tapping everywhere for no reason. I don't understand it. And then it's like, oh, I drive a cop car.
Do you think there'll ever be a time in your life, sans being, or barring being like 70 years old, where you'd be so confused about what you're trying to do that you just assume like, oh, I think this is this, and just doing it?
I feel like I do that every day. I mean, where I'm super confused about something and don't understand the correct thing to do. That is the majority of the stories I tell in this podcast.
Well, I realize that, but I mean, like, with the Uber thing, like, people are just randomly getting in the cars now. Actually, you know what, I don't know. Because if you called Uber,
yeah,
and then a car pulled up next to you,
listen,
I'd probably assume it was the Uber
exactly
car.
In these people's defense,
I was turning back around this.
Right.
I thought these people were fucking idiots. You know, you can't blame them, I guess.
Because what are the distinguishing marks of an Uber? It's a car. You don't know what color car. You don't know what. I mean, black I think was the standard, but now it can be just like a straight up car. It doesn't even matter, right? The driver doesn't have to be dressed any certain way because they
probably have a GPS in the window.
Aren't they all like independent people? Like independent.
Yeah, you just fill out a quiz. Like you could be an Uber driver.
Exactly. So that's effed. You order an Uber, a car pulls up in the street right in front of you. You're probably gonna think, "This is it. Here we go, hopping in."
I guess so. This seems like there's gonna be a horror movie based off of this at some point, or there's gonna be like a real life kidnapping based off of this at some point.
Yeah,
the second one's probably a little more likely, to be honest with you.
Well, also the really interesting thing, this maybe gets a little too nerdy, but like Uber's API is like super stupid and open. Because a few weeks ago, or like a week or so ago. So Uber, if you guys don't know how it works, is when you take a ride, once you're done, you rate the driver a scale of 1 to 5 stars, how well he did. He also rates you as a passenger 1 to 5 stars. So up until I think like last week, there was no way to figure out what your rating was, like what your cumulative rating was, except in their API calls, it was so like broken. There's a reminder thing, a reminder like ping they send out to you to tell you to rate the drivers. And in that, just I guess like in plain text or whatever, it was that they were sending your Uber rating. So one huge like security flaw on their part. So it would probably not be that hard to then take that to the next level of, I'm gonna write some weird hack that knows when so and so orders an Uber, so then I can show up and kidnap them before their Uber gets there. That doesn't seem completely out of the realm of possibility.
I feel like only you and the way I know you do things would pull a maneuver like this.
That I would slip in undetected and be the Uber that
like I feel like if let's say you were an Uber driver, you're going to follow along. This is probably
Pretty
This
esoteric.
path might get bumpy.
Okay, I'm ready.
So
Strap
you're an
it in.
Uber driver.
Yeah.
You pick up a person with Uber.
All right. Let's call her Sue. I pick up Sue.
Okay, I'm glad we're going for a girl because that's the point of the story's going.
I knew it. Yep.
So you pick up Sue.
Yeah.
And do you think you two have good conversation?
Me and Sue hit it off.
In your 2-mile drive back to her house.
I had a bottle of water in the back seat. She really liked it. We
You had a nature box back there, so she have crispy poppy yum yums, what the fuck people always talk about.
Sure. Yeah. We talk about the weather, and then we find out that she's really into art, and then we arrive at her house.
Okay, so you drop her off.
Yeah.
I could see you immediately driving down the street, pulling over and going, let me just flag this one, and making sure you knew every time she ever requested another Uber, just so you could show up and have one of those great conversations.
Yeah, that's entirely a thing I would do. I'm one of those guys, and you know a lot about this, because we talk about it a lot, but I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. I'm one of those people that, like, before you meet someone in real life or whatever, like, I'm the cyber stalker, and not in a bad way, but just, like, I will look someone up online. You know, like, if I meet someone in real life or whatever, then I'll go find out about them online. And that's me. Good or bad, that's what I do. So if I was an Uber driver and I had that power to abuse, I would probably abuse it.
You'd be for someone that loves Spider-Man so much, you do not understand the rules of Spider-Man.
What are the rules of Spider-Man? You don't talk about Spider-Man?
With great power comes great responsibility. You get one little taste of power, you're flying off the handle stalking people.
I am. Toby, you can't give me power. I will abuse it. I'm the villain in the Spider-Man story.
Josh, that's why I never let you host anything we do.
Don't want it to go to my head.
Josh, when you were growing up, do you remember the VMAs?
You mean the Video Music Awards? So, no, because I didn't have cable growing up, Toby.
Okay. So, when I was growing up, back when I was a young boy...
And you had cable?
The family had cable, that's true.
Yeah, when you were sitting on your piles of cash and gold watching the VMAs.
Yeah, versus when I was a child when I had cable versus when I'm an adult and I don't. Yeah, you know the way those things work.
All right, VMAs growing up.
So MTV, for those that don't know,
music television.
Used to always play actual music videos.
Oh, this is the Jerry Seinfeld of internet stories, by the way. Remember when MTV played music videos? That's what this is. This is the what's the deal with airline food of internet. Go on.
It's not, but if you've only watched MTV if you're in your 20s, you would have no idea.
I'm gonna have no idea. All over your face in a minute.
You're really ruining the show again. So every year, I remember distinctly, right before I always went back to school, after the summer was over, they always had the Video Music Awards. And that's when they basically show music videos and people win awards for best artsy video, best rock video, best rap video, bullshit like that.
Yep.
So this year, Josh, they had added a new category.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what this category is?
Is it best...
Before you answer.
All right.
I want you to think about the culture that we live in now.
That was my first answer. Yeah, it was about the culture.
Okay. So I want you to reflect upon the culture and then throw out what you think the new category is.
I think it was excellence in the field of twerking.
No.
I think it was Shawty So Fine, the award.
Yes.
I think it was grinded on a wrecking ball, the best lifetime achievement.
So just specifically going towards Miley Cyrus at this point.
Yeah, it's Miley Cyrus's Lifetime Achievement Award.
At 22.
Specifically about humping a wrecking ball.
Nice. Yeah. Well, Josh, what they did this year...
Yes, Tobias.
They added a category for Best Lyric Video.
You know, I mean... Listen, the old man in me wants to come down hard on this. But the young, hip person inside of me, Toby, that I keep inside of me... I think that's pretty cool because sometimes those lyric videos are actually pretty artistic, pretty cool.
That's ridiculous.
How is that ridiculous?
Okay, so basically, a lyric video is like me playing the song in my car and just singing along or reading a piece of paper. Bullshit, it's not.
But
how are you gonna go from like celebrating actual videos to degrading so far that now a best lyric video, which usually costs like 50 cents to make, is now a category to celebrate?
Okay.
On the biggest night of the year, Josh.
Tell me why? Are you going to sit there and tell me that you get to decide what is and what isn't art?
Yeah,
that's the crux of this. You're sitting on that high throne that we talked about before. You're sitting up there saying, "Yes, this is allowed. No, this isn't allowed." You're Roger Ebert. You're the Roger Ebert of lyric videos.
That's amazing, Josh. If I took a snapshot, you would call that a photo, right?
Yes.
If I pointed a
leading
camera,
me into a trap here, but go on.
Well, of course I am. So that's a photo, right?
A snapshot is a photo. Yes.
A single press of the camera button is a photo.
Accurate.
If I put 10 photos together,
okay,
would you call that a video or would you call that a slideshow?
A slideshow.
Okay, so
but
when all these things are is someone using fancy typography, and throwing words down on pictures. I feel like it's more of a slideshow or a collection of pictures put together, more so than a video. And I know technically a video is just a shitload of 30 frames a second of pictures put together.
That's where I was going next, just so you know. But second, like, then how? What more do I have to add to that to make it art for you?
Did you ever see the music video for Greedy Fly by Bush? It's like a goddamn mini movie. Do you ever watch Thriller? It's listed as a goddamn it's a mini movie too. Okay. Those are music videos.
Do you happen to know who won the award for best video at the VMA?
Probably Miley Cyrus or Iggy Azalea or Ariana Grande or one of them.
Would any of those count as art to you?
What? The actual videos?
Yeah. So, all right. For example, I will give you a for example. I recently got a little interested for a single evening, and I tweeted about it. The new Anaconda video by what's her face,
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. So I watched that video probably 3 times in one evening, but it was more for like a watching the train wreck sort of a deal for me. Like this is all happening. Okay. So would you tell me if I pick out the best example, the one that maybe won the award for best lyric video, and put that up against the Nicki Minaj Anaconda video, are you telling me that Anaconda is art and the lyric video is not?
If they were to come to me and say which one of these is a music video and which one isn't, Anaconda is a music video.
I mean, I guess
typography. And look, here, I'll put it this way: if I can do it myself at home in fucking Adobe Premiere, just clicking buttons on the computer, that's not a music video to me.
The ones I've seen, you definitely couldn't do yourself because they're all like crazy flying in and things are like connecting in weird ways.
I have Adobe Premiere now. I'm a half step away.
All right, I want to report, Toby. I think this is important. The video of the year was Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball.
That sounds about right. She tore down houses, and then she took a homeless guy as her date to the thing.
And again,
and he's a convict. So
did she really?
That ends that story. Yeah.
So the best lyric video, I'm officially not supporting this category or this company or anything about this any longer because the best lyric video is 5 Seconds of Summer's Don't Stop. Yep, I'm out. Tell me I'm out. Drop the mic. I'm done.
But see, you get mad about the music versus the fact that it's just fucking little stupid words popping up.
Yeah, because I think the stupid words popping up can be artistic, can be art, can be... You know what is worth being awarded?
We are 1 year away from best YouTube video of the VMAs.
That's going to happen.
Best YouTube video set the Creative Commons music that we can't get sued for.
All the rest of the categories are surprisingly highbrow.
They're normal. Other than this fucking one.
Yeah, I can't believe there's not like a best extreme moment fueled by Mountain Dew. Like where's that at?
It's not a gaming convention. It's MTV.
But I thought it would still be like sold out and crappy.
I know you don't have cable, so you don't know, Josh.
I'm not in the know. I don't know. Well, now I know.
But I guess what this really comes down to is the fact that I think all the kids are back in school now.
Oh man, Eternal September.
Because it always, I feel like it was always the Wednesday night when school started Thursdays, or it was the Sunday night going into the Monday before school, and it worked out like that every fucking year.
You know that in different parts of the country, the schools start at different times, right? Different days. It's not always the same day.
You know, at the end of summer, school usually starts, right?
I mean, no.
Okay, unless you go.
My friends in other school districts sometimes started a few days before me or a few days after me.
Okay.
Real story. True story.
Josh, when the story is prefaced on this is usually when school starts, I mean, I was right.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
Josh, where's your favorite fast food restaurant?
I mean, Does Steak and Shake count as fast food?
Good enough.
Then yes.
We don't have those. We go Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake.
Josh, as you know, one of my favorite ones are Taco Bell.
You don't have... Wait, first of all, before we move on to Taco Bell, you don't have Steak and Shake?
We don't have any... We don't have Carl Jr.'s.
Oh my
Carl's
gosh.
Jr. We
Toby,
don't have In-N-Out.
I will pray for you. That's terrible.
Yeah, I have Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's good. All right, Taco Bell is pretty fantastic.
Taco Bell announced that they're releasing 11 special $1 bills into the wild, bearing winning numbers that will post. And if you have any special bills, Josh, you can win a lifetime of food from Taco Bell.
That's a death sentence.
Well, to be fair, their lifetime of worth of food is $10,000 worth.
Oh, so that's like a year's worth of food.
It's based off of $216 per year for 46 years.
So how much is that per week that I can spend? You said $216 a year?
$4. We'll say $4.
All right, so yeah, that's $4 a week at Taco Bell.
They have a dollar menu now. That's 4 things.
Good Lord. I mean, if I...
You have to pay your own tax, though. The gift card apparently does not cover tax.
What? It's a gift card. It should cover everything.
I can't... I don't know, man.
How dare you, Taco Bell? How... You should be ashamed.
I can't imagine eating Taco Bell for the next 46 years of my life. I can't imagine the world being here in 46 years.
Not if you're eating Taco Bell. That's how society collapses.
What if they're not even a fucking company by then? Can I just cash out the last $5,000 of Taco Bell cash somewhere?
What is what's that movie where Taco Bell is the only remaining restaurant? What?
It's either Judge Dredd or the other one's like that.
I think it's like Demolition Man or something.
Yep, Demolition Man. They survived the great fast food war of whatever year it was.
Exactly. So if we're taking that movie for complete fact, which of course we are, you're good. Taco Bell's going to be around.
But what year was that movie in? Because that movie came out in the 90s and they're probably like...
20XX.
In 2015. When the flying cars and foam expansion stuff is here when you get in car accidents.
2001 A Space Opera.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a very good point. It's kind of like all the Mega Man games, which were in like 19XX or whatever.
Yeah, they're past games.
Yeah.
They actually happened in the past.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Toby. Think about it.
We don't need no Star Wars jokes here. But they're important Taco Bell story.
Of course. There are multiple Taco Bell stories.
So, like, probably 10 years ago, if not more, Taco Bell had Win $1 Million contest.
Did anything come of that? Did someone win $1 million?
Well, they said $1 million in the thing. Like, that was the way you're supposed to take it. But it was win 1 million pesos.
No.
Because they're Taco Bell. And they're Mexican, apparently.
No, really?
Yeah, so when you break down $1 million pesos, it's like a $20,000 victory.
I was going to say, it's like about, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000?
Yeah, so they're giving way more away now with these $10,000 gift cards than they did in their Win $1 Million Pesos contest. So I guess I give them props for always having these ridiculous contests where you can win stuff, but it sounds overblown, and then when they actually like peel back the curtain,
yeah,
it's almost absolutely nothing.
It's like, hey, you can spend $4 a week at Taco Bell if you want. that's a little bit less extravagant, Toby.
For 46 years, give or take, if you get an extra chalupa this week, you're really cutting into your future.
Here's the question: do you think if I get one of those and it's $10,000, right, on a gift card or whatever, can I like blow it? Can I go feed an entire like homeless shelter all in one night, spend $10,000 all in one day, or are they going to divvy it out to me?
It's just a gift card. I don't see what I don't think there's a limit on it. It's not like one of those dumb punch cards like win a free tank of gas for a year, and then get like a punch card with like 12 punches on it because you're supposed to go once a month or some bullshit. This is just cash on a card.
Okay.
This is as good as cash. It only works at Taco Bell.
I really am intrigued by the idea now of finding out how much food you'd have to order at a Taco Bell to completely shut down that Taco Bell for the rest of the night. Like, I want you guys on food production just for me for the next 8 hours. How much is that going to cost?
Like, they open normal time, but you say any piece of food that you would have made today. You just give directly to me.
Yeah.
And you just want to know how long it would take for them to cash out like that?
No, like, or not even that. No, not even like regular food. I just want like, I want you making food nonstop. Let's say I order soft tacos or something. Okay. I want you making them nonstop, as many as you can. And at the end of the day, we're gonna ring them all up, and that's gonna be how much I pay you for that day's worth of taco making.
I feel like you have a hell of a plan right now.
This is good. We should get me one of these things, and I will shut a Taco Bell down.
If you find one of these special $1 bills to win you like $10,000 of Taco Bell cash, I will buy it off you $50.
Wow. You know what? I might shop around my offers a little bit, but I'll definitely keep that one on the table.
While we're on the topic of food, Josh.
We are always on the topic of food.
You know what? Sometimes it seems like it. But this time, this is very important.
It's a big part of our lives.
Josh, you've known me for quite some time now.
I have.
What is my biggest fear?
It's not snakes. You're okay with those.
So, apparently, in China...
Yeah.
We're rolling right into this. They like to cook snakes there.
They like to cook snakes.
Yes. A chef named Peng Fan was making snake soup, a regional specialty made with spitting cobra meat, which reportedly has spectacular health benefits.
I don't believe that.
Okay. So this dude making snake soup.
Yeah.
Which already is strike one in my life of things I'm staying the fuck away from.
Yeah, that's a dude who I'm not going to hang out with.
Yeah. So they used this whatever genetic brand spitting cobra.
Yeah, genetic brain spitting cobra. Yep.
Whatever. Some
Crouching
sort of
tiger spitting cobra.
Some sort of genus spitting cobra itis something.
Sure.
So he cut the head off the snake. As you do when you prepare these things?
Yeah, bite the head off the snake, chew it from the first to last break.
He cut it.
Yep.
Yeah. Cut that off the snake. He took 20 minutes to prepare his meal. Went to reach for the head of the snake to throw it away. The snake head bit him in the hand and killed him.
What? 20 minutes later?
20 minutes later.
Toby, this is why you don't trust snakes, because if you cut something's head off, it shouldn't be alive anymore.
It shouldn't be alive that long anymore.
No, not at all. I've seen The Walking Dead. Those are the zombies are the only things that can survive. It's a snake zombie.
Okay.
Could you imagine a snake zombie? Like,
if it's slower than a regular snake, I could probably handle that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You know what? It's some weird way, like, that's like a better solution. If all snakes were zombies, like, I'd be like, you know what? That's an improvement.
But if they actually have to eat humans, then that'd be a huge fail for me.
Well, wouldn't they eat other snakes? I
would live in absolute fear of my house.
But wouldn't they eat other snakes, though?
Do zombies only eat other humans?
No, I guess they eat, like, animals and stuff, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't want, like, bloodthirsty snakes.
That just sounds horrifying.
But if they're slower. So this is on that guy, right? Because he made the soup. He probably
the onus is on him.
Yeah, it's all his fault. What... Why would you make soup out of a snake, Toby?
Because apparently it helps. It has spectacular health benefits, like dying.
It certainly did for him. Yeah.
But apparently reptiles can reportedly function for up to an hour after losing body parts or even their entire body.
If I cut your head off, how long would your head survive?
I think it's like 7 seconds. So it's until the nerve synapses stop firing.
Yeah.
I know chickens have a while. Chickens run around.
Chickens run around if you cut their head off. Their body runs around. But I think their head's dead, right?
I mean, are they? I guess. are they completely dead once you cut their head off?
I don't know. 7 seconds though, Toby. That's enough for you to bite me. Like if I cut your head off, you could survive long enough to like then make my day a little less fun.
If you cut my head off, I'm biting your fucking throat out.
Exactly. You could do it.
And I'm going to.
That'd be the hardest crime scene to investigate. Like, it's so
this guy has his throat ripped out, and this guy has his head cut off. I wonder what order this happened in.
It really is a chicken or the egg sort of thing. Like, you'd need Batman in there to sort that out.
You'd have to, like, go back in time somehow.
Yeah.
You need security cameras to figure out what the fuck's going on.
If only Tom Cruise could show up and, like, minority report this room backwards and tell us which one of us killed the other one first.
But that whole problem with Minority Report was any of the pre-crimes, right? It was pre-crime.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna know that I'm gonna cut your head off first because he looked at it. My pre-crime.
Unless the system's failing, then whoever the cop was needs to get himself out of trouble and something. I don't really think I ever saw that movie. Well, Josh.
Well, Toby. The
time has come where we discuss the question of the week. And that's the question we throw out to the listeners of this fine audio podcast, where we say, hey guys, we talked about this week. We want to hear your opinion on it too.
We need a question of the week theme song. It's the question of the week. It's the question of the week.
I was singing the A-Team. I don't know what the fuck you're singing.
I sang the question of the week song. Go on.
Okay. So, last week's question of the week. What stupid challenges do you think will be coming forward since the ALS Bucket Challenge?
I thought about this a lot in the past week, Toby.
Do you have an answer for the question of the week?
I took it in a different direction. Not only I don't want to predict what's going to come. I think that you and I, with our pull, with our sway, with our stroke, we could start the next challenge, and it could be a complete hoax. Like, it's the tase yourself in the balls challenge to support muscular dystrophy. Everybody go tase yourself in the balls, and then we could we listen. One of us takes a hit, records the very first video, and then it catches on like wildfire.
If I knew it would catch on like wildfire,
you would go for it,
and I could be the first one that people would like go back to first.
You're
like,
the patient zero.
Yeah, if it was guaranteed views, I would probably do it.
That says something about you. I feel like. Wait, speaking of patient zero, has anyone found the ice bucket patient zero?
It was some college player, I think. Josh, whoever created the bucket challenge died.
No way, really?
He died in like a diving accident or something.
Whoa, that is... Dude, that's going to be in the Ice Bucket Challenge documentary. behind the bucket.
Oh my god.
He kicked the bucket, Toby. So anyway, question of the week.
So one of them's funny and one of them's serious. What do you want first?
I obviously want the serious one first so we can end on funny.
Okay. So this response is not a joke. I would assume it's not a joke. I'm not going to make jokes about it. Dylan's idea was to go around supermarkets putting Post-its with drunk driving statistics on cases of beer and then writing, "Please be responsible," because his sister once got into a crash because she was drunk and had to be injured on his other sister's floor. Unable to sit up or move very much. The only thing that he's thankful for is that he learned how bad drinking and driving was, and then she did not kill anybody.
Right on. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta be scared straight.
That shouldn't really be like a challenge that we should film like assholes. That should be something that if you want to do, just go ahead and do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. Go take justice into your own hands and start sticking those Post-it notes on there.
I actually feel like cases have that shit on there anyway. Not a Post-it note, but like be responsible kind of thing.
Yeah, drink responsibly
but
and all that.
Since Canadian and England, UK, whatever, Europe... Like, their cigarettes have pictures of freaking, like, filthy lungs and bad hearts and shit on them.
Yeah.
You probably do the same thing on beer cans.
It should.
If you want to get serious with it.
You really should. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Okay. So, Musa.
What's up, Musa?
This is his question of the week answer. First, he wants to thank us because we're on the cusp of our 10th issue of Geek Pop. He called us two dumbasses, so he can go fuck himself.
Well, I mean, come on. Mistakes were made on both sides.
He's finishing his college entrance exam, probably around the same time we're recording this. He wants a shout out and good luck from us.
Nope.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I hope you failed.
You're not gonna make it.
I guess maybe good luck, but you should... just in case. Because if he writes in and he's like, I failed here. Here's my failure letter. I scanned it and sent it to you and put it on Twitter. I might feel bad.
Tell me, no matter what, we would feel bad. Even after this take back, we're still gonna feel terrible if that happens.
Maybe. Well, I don't know now, because what if he just says, like, oh, I failed, fuck you guys, we didn't really fail.
He's going to say that, yeah. He's
going to toy with our emotions.
He really is going to.
So, his stupid internet challenge is, his guess, is you ever play the game where you, like, open your hand as wide as possible and stab a knife between the fingers?
Yeah.
He feels like that's going to be the next challenge.
You know what? That sounds entirely plausible. That's terrifying. Tell me, a previous challenge was set yourself on fire. This is not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. I mean, we're almost at the point where it's going to be like the Russian roulette challenge, where people are just like, oh, what's this shit? And then we're going to start thinning the herd.
Oh, dear Lord. That's going to happen. That is a year out. I'm calling it right now.
We're going to start chloridating the fucking gene pool.
Worth it.
Yep. He says, looking forward to the new issue and all the ones to follow. And he says, Godspeed, Poppers.
Godspeed.
But he said Poppers.
I'm not... Listen, Musa...
Poppers!
Remember what I said before about you failing your exam? Yeah, that still stands.
You failed Josh's test right now.
Yep.
But Josh, this week's question of the week.
Question of the week. Dun dun.
Write in at cast@geek-pop.com and let us know what you think the next worst category for an award is going to be. I'm pretty sure that lyric video has taken the cake.
Excellence in twerking is definitely where it should go next.
I feel like that's too specialized.
Toby, twerking is a broad field.
But it's not a genre.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Anyway, so fine, whatever. If you want to ride the fucking Josh train to Loserville, you write in something like excellence in twerking 2015. But we do want answers to the question of the week. So again, that's cast@geek-pop.com. And also, while you're writing us there, ask us questions just for us for the week. Because, Josh, as you know, we like to answer people's questions for us.
I love it.
Josh, the review troll is here. He wants to know what the weirdest pizza topping we ever had was, and what toppings we wish we could have on a pizza.
The weirdest pizza topping that I've ever had. I mean, I haven't gotten too crazy. Like, probably pineapple is as exotic as I've gotten. Like pineapple and barbecue sauce.
That's really the most exciting pizza you've ever had?
Yeah, I mean, why would I order a pizza with something nasty on it that I don't like?
I guess.
What's yours?
I don't know if I've ever had weird toppings necessarily. Like, anchovies are pretty gross.
I've never had anchovies on pizzas.
One of my favorite things is called garbage pizza, and it's named that by me. But this one pizza place by my house throws like 10 different toppings on top of the pizza, and just looks like a brick wall of pizza. And I call it garbage pizza because it's like all the trash is on top of it, Josh.
Okay.
I would eat a sushi pizza. Like if they were like, here's barbecued octopus, I would eat that on top of pizza because barbecued octopus is pretty good.
Oh, I totally would. That sounds. I mean, well, listen, I would eat that. I would try that. I would try that for sure.
So I guess that's the weirdest one. I don't know. Well, see, Josh is a pussy. I would pretty much eat anything. So if you like hide it in the pizza where I don't know any better, as you know, my pizza diet plan where I just load up like healthy food and we go with it. This falls right into that category.
So many problems in this sentence.
Josh Dillon has questions from the hashtag Geek Pop Army.
Awesome.
So we're going to roll with that now.
That's happening.
All right. So hashtag Geek Pop Army. If you're going to tweet at us, which we'll talk about later. Josh Dillon wants to know if him and Musa can be generals of the Geek Pop Army.
Listen. We'll start you guys off out as petty officers, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay. That means no.
Petty Officer Dillon, Petty Officer Musa.
Josh is ready to try to take me down from the inside. He's already going for a mutiny. So I can't have more people in the upper ranks that all go against me.
If I raise a militia, what do you think I could do in terms of usurping you?
I think it would take the three of you to come after me, and even then you probably have a problem.
Toby, I feel like if I wanted to take you down, I would attempt to go one-on-one with the second best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, if you want to be my number 2, you take down number 3 and number 4 by yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I would have to. Yeah.
Josh, do you have any stories or advice on how to make friends with a girl that you know is into the same stuff as you, but she doesn't know you? Also, she has a broken leg. How should you respond to that?
Well, the broken leg's good because then she can't get away, first of all.
You have sound so fucking creepy tonight.
So you don't know her very well, but you know that you're into the same things. First of all, I sound creepy. He sounds creepy. He knows what she's into without knowing her.
He just wants to be... I don't know. If I was at work...
Yeah.
Or if I was walking down the street, for example...
There he goes, just walking down the street.
So, if I saw a girl rocking a Geek Pop hoodie, for example...
Yeah.
Or a Bane hoodie, or something along these lines...
Okay, so if a girl's wearing a hoodie of a show that you host...
first of all, I'd immediately date her.
That's wife.
I would walk over and say, "Hey, everybody, it's Toby," and see if she looked at me weird or not. And we'd go from there.
That's your play.
No, come on. Dude, no, would that not be funny?
It would be funny
if you walked up. But think about how to word this.
My play would be, and it's Josh.
If you had a giant bomb shirt on,
yeah,
and Jeff Grossman just walked up to you and was like, "Hey, it's Tuesday." You'd be fucking excited.
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would. It would be the best day that's in my life.
Right. Nah. So I'm trying to give this girl the best day ever. Where I scroll up and be like, "Hey, everybody, it's Toby."
All right, I'm on board. Listen, okay. All right. So girl with a Bane hoodie on. Let's go with that.
Okay. So I would obviously know she at least likes hardcore like I do.
She's in the street. Do you approach?
I've had the workers at Pacific Sun approach me when I wear my Bane hoodie.
Well, just because they want you to buy things.
I don't see why the guy or girl would walk and be like, "That's a fucking awesome old school Bane hoodie," and get all excited about it.
I mean, I've had.
You don't get commission on fucking clothes, Josh.
I've had dudes at Hot Topic pull their shirt sleeves up to show me tattoos and stuff before because based on the music I'm buying,
probably because they think you're questionable. Or no. Number 2, what are you doing in Hot Topic, Josh?
I was buying records in Hot Topic.
There's a lot cheaper places to buy records in Hot Topic.
Yeah, but I mean, it was there. I was buying.
Buy records? You mean those fucking pants with the 17 straps on them?
Yeah, I was buying those jeans with all those zippers on them that you
Fuck
see at
yeah.
ICP concerts.
And then you put your records in them.
Yeah, and then a guy lifted his shirt up and showed me his penis tattoo.
Anyway.
Yep.
So how's she gonna talk to this girl, Josh?
Just like, all right, so next time, like...
Now this train is fucking way off the tracks.
Clearly we know a lot about talking to girls.
Yeah.
So next time she's, like, doing something or, like, wearing something or whatever made you know she was into what you were into, just bring it up and be like, oh, you're into Pokemon. Like, that's pretty cool. Are you excited about Pokemon Ruby remake? Whatever it is.
Pokemon fighting game that's coming out soon.
Are you excited about poking?
Yeah.
Don't ask her if she's excited about poking.
If you want to...
For a tip.
If you at least know her, you're not friends with her.
Hey, girl.
Jesus Christ. I would stroll... I think Josh is drunk for the first time
You into
ever.
poking?
I would stroll over to him with a broken leg and be like, oh, hey, what happened to your leg?
You can't stroll over to her with a broken leg because she has the broken leg.
That's what I said.
You were going to stroll with a broken leg.
I'll stroll with a broken leg now.
I don't know what that means. I feel like that's a weird penis
I'll
reference.
hobble over to her with a broken leg and get fucking pity points. I don't care.
So you're gonna approach the girl with the broken leg to bring up the broken leg.
Why not?
That's a weird play because everyone's talking to her about the broken leg. She probably just wants to forget she has a broken leg.
Okay, then fine. I'll walk up to her and say, like, hey, your hair looks like shit. Looks like you've been taking a shower for a while.
Whoa.
And then...
that's not a good move either.
And then she'd be like, oh, it's kind of a broken leg. And you say, I was trying to ignore that.
Yeah, you're the hero.
I didn't want to address that directly. I was trying to give you a hint that your hair looked like shit.
And then they lived happily ever after.
Dylan, this is the one time I don't want you to take advice from me, buddy. This is the one time. We should really just be like, this sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, maybe I should just talk to her and be myself. Done.
I mean, that's pretty much the go-to. Be yourself.
But don't tell her her hair looks bad.
Walk up. Here's what you do, bud. You walk up to her and say, I'm a general of the Geek Pop Army. You get us another listener. I'll give her a shout out on the show to tell her to talk to you.
Yeah.
We're bringing people together, Josh.
Matchmaking.
I'm changing one life at a time.
That doesn't even count as 2 lives. Like, what the hell?
I helped Dylan grow into the chick magnet he is now, and then I'm going to help her find Dylan.
Yeah, that counts. That's 2. Totally goes up.
One life at a time. I'm still working on you, though. I think that's the real problem. If I could just focus my energy on other people for a couple days, this would be a lot better place, but I just have to constantly keep you on guard.
I'm your life's work, really.
You are.
Yeah.
I started this little project about 3 years ago. I'm entitled documentary. He's all that.
I'm so Raven.
Josh is gonna take off his fucking El Generico mask right at the end and just.
It's a transformation. What is my hero's journey that I've been on, Toby?
The past couple of years.
It's more
Any life story we ever discussed that we're supposed to grow from and probably don't, that's been your hero's journey.
Great.
At the end, it's just all going to make sense to
you. Perfect.
And then Dylan's last story was he went to Power Morphicon last weekend, and guess who was there?
Not us.
I'm supposed to let Josh guess before continuing.
All of Robo Night.
Fuck, that'd be awesome. So he saw Jason, Billy, Zach, Time Force people, Wild Force people. He saw Ron Bison.
Nice.
But of course, he got to meet Sierra motherfucking Hannah.
Ooh.
He said she was there, he took a picture with her, and in said picture, she put her arm around his shoulder.
Oh, man. Did he hover hand?
He has, in caps, he says, I touched Sierra Hannah. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure she touched you. And even though you're my friend, you probably hover-handed her.
Maybe,
or stared at the floor or did something weird.
You don't know that. Don't.
Obviously, Josh,
maybe he
listen.
manned up and he, like, grabbed her around the waist and pulled her in.
You know what? I was thinking about his question when I was driving home from work today. And if I ever get to take a picture with her, I'm fucking going hand right around the waist, Josh.
Yeah, you're just taking a prom picture with Sierra. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, or something.
I'm getting as
close as possible because that's going to be my only opportunity. I'm going to smell her hair while we're taking the picture.
I want this awkward photo now where you're just behind her, grabbing her by the waist, smelling her hair, and she's trying to get away. Like, that sounds amazing. Don't
remember that picture I photoshopped with me, like, making, like, the Velociraptor face at her? It's going to be like that, but in reverse. Where she's going to be so terrified.
I'm picturing, like, those con photos where it's, like, the, fake photo studio where they, like, cycle people through, and you just walk in there and just assault this poor girl and then leave.
But so he said during the Super Mega Force panel, he tried to ask her if she remembered me. But apparently the guy screening the questions thought that my question was weird and not worth wasting the Q&A time on.
Yeah, good. Toby, that was incredibly close to you getting brought up in a room full of people.
You know what? That would have been my end game. If that would have happened, either way, if she would have said no, I'd probably have been shattered. If she would have said yes, I would have left for California.
Toby, that guy that screened that question is now he's like your bane. He is
the biggest motherfucking cockblock I've ever met in my entire life. And if I ever go to freaking Power Morphicon, I'm going through all the fucking security guards. I'm laying them out one by one until I figure out who it was.
He's your nemesis. You're just gonna string him up and be like, was it you?
He's like, they're like some Josh. You know comic books.
I do.
Name like a hero, or not a hero, like a clan of bad guys.
Look at the Hand.
Is that one?
Yes.
Is that a good one?
No, it's a group of ninjas.
That's fine. So they're the Hand.
They are the Hand. Yes.
I'm gonna come hard at those motherfuckers like nobody's business.
Perfect.
But yeah, so this dickhead cockblocked me. So because of that, we're gonna have to end the episode, Josh.
We have to.
I'm gonna have to go try now. Try to figure out who this guy was.
I have to comfort Toby.
If you have pictures from Power Morphicon, if you can somehow if you have a picture that has like one of the Q&A screener guys there,
oh dear lord,
just send them over.
Oh,
I'm gonna reverse image this, and we're gonna fucking find them, Josh.
Here we go, Toby.
I'm gonna use your skills to find these people.
I was born for this.
This is your greatest mission I've ever assigned you. But Josh, so where else can you find me during the week?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at GI_Josh. Or you can check out my wrestling podcast. You can find that at thegorillaposition.com.
You can find me at Girls Heart Geeks on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch. My username on there is GHGToby. You can find me on YouTube at Tobes Plays. That's where you're going to find the Josh and I Let's Play tomorrow of Rex Rocket.
Mad hype.
By Castle Pixel, who once again sponsored this episode, which is still awesome. Thank you guys very much. And this again was the Geek Pop Podcast, where two guys with no lives give life advice. You can find us on iTunes, you can find us on Stitcher, or any other sort of media device, most likely, because we have RSS feeds and all sorts of other bullshit to get a hold of us with.
That's been Toby.
That is Josh.
Later. 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 Later.